Alrighty, hello football fanatics. It's your boy LiNX Football, and I'm back again with episode 3 of the series Luke Links Full Time. And today we are talking about the very interesting 0-0 Brighton versus Newcastle. Let's go on to the trailer, the intro, and then we'll come on to talking about this match. Alrighty, here we have Harry. Straight in. How are we feeling, Harry?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, mate. Really enjoyed that game yesterday. I thought we played quite well. I think we played well, but we just didn't get that sort of killer instinct in front of goal like usual. It's like I mentioned in the Reading game, really. But at the end of the day, we did create some chances, and I thought we could have converted a couple of them. But there's a lot of what ifs and maybes. But it's a good test, and then also we know that we're level with a team that's inevitably spent millions on players over the transfer window. Because they bought in Nick Pope, Sven Botman, etc. Bought in loads of players, so they're a force to be reckoned with.
As I say, that Nick Pope was absolutely unreal. So obviously we're talking about the Brighton versus Newcastle game today. I was at the game, as you can see on your screen right now. I went and filmed and vlogged that game. If you haven't already watched it, go and watch it after this live stream. It was very intense. Quite annoying, would you say, Harry? Quite annoying. Nick Pope was just turned into Neuer, didn't he?
He did that game. Yeah, I think that was the reason that we didn't score a lot of our goals when we had the chances that came along. Because Solly March had a chance and then it got deflected and then got cleared off the line. So I think it was probably just down to Nick Pope that we actually didn't score that game. I think otherwise we probably could have put a few past them, to be honest. Because they did look rattled. They did look rattled for large portions of the game because I thought we were the better team.
That's what I mean. I saw a few different YouTube videos of like Newcastle people talking about the match, not too in-depthly, but there was a few people sort of saying that they felt quite tired out of the travel. They felt quite worn down. Obviously, Nick Pope didn't obviously feel like that, and I think they are absolutely saved that they had Nick Pope and blessed that they had him in goal for him there on that game, because he literally turned into Manuel Neuer that game, and a lot of people were saying it like Nick Pope. I thought he was absolutely insane. Great player. But I thought, to be fair, though, I did think that Newcastle started off quite well. Like in the first 20 minutes, I would say, I thought Newcastle did actually look very threatening. They looked on the counter-attack very good, very quick with Saint-Maximin and Callum Wilson. They looked very solid. But it certainly did... what would you say? Sort of
leveled
plummeted.
out.
Sort of leveled out and then sort of plummeted, and then we started getting most of the ball. And I would say they look quite worn down, actually, Newcastle, to be fair. I would have said they look quite worn down. But look, we had a lot of chances that game. We absolutely, in my opinion, should have won the game, in my opinion. But a few people said to me, we weren't robbed, because I said in my vlog that we were robbed. Okay, I guess we weren't robbed. We were more unlucky, but from where I was sitting, because I didn't actually have a look at the highlights either, I did think like, oh my God, how have we not gotten the 3 points on this game today? But Harry, where were you sitting? You were sitting East Lower as well?
Yeah, East Lower. E1E, our normal season ticket seats.
Yeah, so you were more central, I believe. You're more central in the stadium.
Halfway line,
Yeah. What about the what did you think about, because we didn't really get to see it because we're more in the away side, more the other side of the field when it happened. But what did you think about was it Solly March who crossed it in and a header from Lallana? That nearly went. I think that was like one of the closest chances we had. It was,
I think Lallana actually probably didn't get enough power behind the header, as much as he would have liked. But I think ideally he probably could have got a bit more power behind it. But I think and that made it a lot more tame of a save for Nick Pope. But I think if he got a bit more power behind that header, I think he probably could have troubled Nick Pope a little bit more.
Yeah, I must admit, I did think, oh, how the hell did he save it? And then I did look at it and I said, yeah, a little bit more power, just a little bit more in the corner, it would have gone in for sure. But yeah, personally, in this game, just want to say, because normally I'm always talking about Solly March not being the best player or being the worst player in our squad. Just want to say that Solly March was absolutely incredible and surprised me massively. Definitely unbelievable player of that game, and certainly showed some great attack, great crosses. And it's a different Solly March than I'm used to seeing, and it's good stuff, man. What do you think about Solly?
He nearly scored, didn't he? I think he looks like a rejuvenated player this season under Graham Potter. And I think now he's been given the chance. Now, I think actually it's helped with Mark Cucurella leaving, because I think it's freed up a sort of spot on the pitch for him, and he's playing in his favoured position actually, where he used to play in the Championship days when Brighton used to be down in the Championship, back on that wing sort of side. And I think that's where he thrives, because I think in the early days, like last season and the last couple of seasons when Graham Potter's been in, and even when Chris Hughton was in, I think he was playing like more of a left back role, which doesn't really suit Solly March. I think he needs to play a bit more of a wing role to actually be able to succeed a bit more, because he's actually one of those sorts of players that loves driving with the ball and taking players on, and I don't think where he is in left back he can actually really do that much. So I think he's a poacher. I think Solly March.
Yeah, and I would say Solly March as well, he's got very good pace as well, so he can definitely run to get long balls and stuff, because we do an awful lot of these long balls as well, and I think sometimes, Welbeck isn't quick enough to get these long balls that we're doing. I think it's a waste sometimes, but when Solly March is there, he's definitely got the pace to get those sort of long balls when we're doing those from like a dunk, when he smacks it forward and all that, those big long balls that we do sometimes. I think Solly March has definitely got the pace to sort of get there. Let me just shout a couple of people out that are in the stream right now. We have Oscar. Good to see you, Oscar. We have Bruno. We have PLFD. Who else do we have? Scrolling down. We have Archie. What's up, Archie? We have Rocco. Max Gamer. Good to see you. Yes, Day One Brighton fan. Good to see you as well. Sam. Good to see you. We have quite a few people out here today, 12 people. Good to see it. Everyone's out here. We will be bringing people in. Just remember, we are totally family friendly. So any bad behavior or swearing or anything inappropriate will be edited out after this live stream. So it's completely pointless doing it, because we did have trouble with it last time. But so I think we should go on to talking about them. How do you say his first name? Is it Koru? Or
it was weird actually, because I always thought it was Kaoru, but then the stadium announcer yesterday said it's like differently. So I think I'm just going to call him Kaoru Matoma, but I think it's actually another name.
Kaoru. That makes total sense though, Kaoru, to be fair. Anyways, let's talk about Matoma. Because he did have his debut at the Amex Stadium, the first ever Premier League match he's ever played, and what an impact he made when he came on the pitch yesterday. Personally, I thought he was an absolute great super sub to put on. I thought he did extremely well for his first ever game for the Albion in the Premier League. What do you think, Harry? Was he good? Was he bad? Was he okay? What do you think?
I thought it was amazing when he came on. Obviously, he's part of that Japanese squad who also includes Takahiro Tomiyasu from Arsenal as well. So it's going to be an interesting battle when they come up against each other, but that's for later in the season. But no, for the here and now, I thought he was absolutely amazing. He actually has a really good attribute to the team, because him and Trossard down that right and left hand side, I think they could actually really cause defensive problems this season, especially when Matoma gets on the ball, because when Matoma gets on the ball, he dribbles with it, and he actually can dribble to the byline, and that's what he did yesterday. And then he beat a few players as well when he was at the byline, and then he created that good chance for Gross, who put it just wide. But no, I think he's really promising, and I'm really looking forward to seeing more of what he can bring to the team.
He's a very interesting player. Now, when I watched him yesterday, he's very mobile in the sense of he can take people one-on-one in defense area. And not only that, when he went up forwards, which we haven't seen from any player since like knockout days, since I've seen him do it, basically what he did was instead of he was at the side of the box, almost looking to cross it in, but he didn't cross it in. He went more towards the back line, and it almost looked like he was going to run himself out of play to go behind for a goal kick, but he seemed to got through and then cutted it into Gross, and it should have probably gone in. But I just thought that was amazing, because he had that much confidence to do that and go round players and take the ball on an extra couple more seconds. I mean, the only player we have that does that now is Trossard, who sort of keeps the ball and does a bit more skill. But yeah, that was really brave of him to do, but he actually pulled it off. So I like that he's confident, and he seems like he's confident in his own skill. He's confident even in defense. He's taking players on one-on-one. He seems to be a really, really decent player, especially for a super sub. Would you say he's got a place in the starting 11, or do you think still he's just a good super sub to bring on?
No, I think he does have a place in the squad, and I do think that he could start games. I think the only thing is, I don't know if you saw his interview this week for My Albion TV, but he did. Yeah, I did. You did see it, yeah. Then there was like this little interview, and then he said like that he was he's not really used to playing in front of stadiums that have got that much capacity. So it's like the first time that he's been in a full stadium with that many fans, with a lot of pressure. Yeah, because obviously I think I might be correct in saying this, but I think he might have been part of the Olympic squad for Japan.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know if he might have said that, but I might be wrong. But no, he just looks a really good player. But I think go on, mate. Yeah,
go on, finish.
I think he's he can bring a lot to the team, and I definitely think he would be good if he started. I think it would be good if maybe we put Welbeck in the middle, then Trossard one side, and then put Matoma the other side, because I think Trossard and Matoma are actually very similar in some sort of ways, with the way that they play and the way that they sort of function and the way that they take on players and the way that they do their skill. I think just a lot of things actually, but I think that's good for the team actually, because if we have like another Trossard, then that could bring a lot of fire and flair to the team.
Yeah, no, definitely, and it's been quite interesting actually. I don't know if it's just me. I've seemed to see a lot more Japanese fans that have come over and now started supporting Brighton. It's the same with the Ecuadorians that we have, Jeremy Sarmiento and, of course, Moises Caicedo. And we'll go on talking about this new player that's thinking about signing for us in a minute. But, yeah, it's also really good, and it feels really, really nice to have these different players from different countries like Japan and everything, because as you think and as I think he's probably in there. Isn't he in their international team? Is Matoma in there?
I think he is in there. Yeah, I think he is in there.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. It's going to bring Brighton fans from all over the world, like Japan, like Ecuador. It's really, really good to see, and it's really, really good for this channel as well. I have seen a lot more Japanese fans that have been in the Amex recently as well. That has been really, really cool to see.
I mean, yesterday I think you had a fan on from coming over to see Moises Caicedo, didn't you?
Yeah,
it was Caicedo. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I've forgotten what his name was now, but yeah, he's Ecuadorian football YouTuber that's come over from Ecuador. He's actually quite big as well. So it's really cool to get him on. But yeah, let's go on then to talking about Neil Maupay. Now, Neil Maupay was not in the subs. He was not in the first team. He was out of the question completely. Now, the reason for this being is because he was linked with this Italian squad, but now, very, very recently, he's been linked with Nottingham Forest for 15 mil with add-ons. Now, do you think, Harry, it is a good thing to be getting rid of Neil Maupay this early on? Do you think he should be staying for a super sub? Do you think 15 mil is worth it, considering we just got rid of Cucurella for 62 mil? We do have a lot of money. Is it worth just keeping Maupay for extra super sub?
I think with Maupay, it's actually a little bit more. I don't think it's the club wanting to get rid. I think it's just him wanting to go, because I thought I read somewhere that he's put in a transfer request. But I think if he's only got, it's like I was saying to a lot of Brighton fans yesterday. I think it would actually be a good deal if we he's only got 1 year left on his contract, and I think 15 mil is a good deal for him. And obviously, I think if he was to go to Nottingham Forest, I think he actually probably would get quite regular game time over there. So
great squad, yeah. It's a great squad. Up and coming squad as well. They've got Lingard. They've got so many new players, and yeah, to be honest with you, I totally do see Neil Maupay in Nottingham Forest. I can't lie, but it is sad to see Neil Maupay go. Like he's such aggressive. And also quite a loyal player ever since he's been in our club. I felt like he's done a lot for our club over the last couple of years, ever since he came from Brentford. I give him a lot of respect. Would you class him, though, as an Albion legend, Harry? Would you class him as that?
I think it depends on what context you mean, because I think when I say scoring all late goals for the Albion, I think I would class him an Albion legend in that aspect. But I don't know if I'd class him a legend for the actual club, if you see what I mean. So I don't think he's a legend in that aspect. But I think because I think he's not ever reached like the heights of Glenn Murray. I don't think he's been there long enough, actually, to be honest, to be classed that. But he's been a very, very good player for us when we have had him, and he has had some really beautiful moments for us, like the equaliser against Southampton. Who can forget that? The West Ham equaliser. I was there in that crowd. It was amazing.
Head kick. Oh,
yeah.
No, definitely. I think you can call him a bit of a Brighton superstar. You'll definitely remember. I don't think he's as the legends as Knockaert or Murray or anything, or Sidwell or anything like that. But yeah, I would class him as someone you remember. It's like, do you remember that guy, Neil Maupay, who used to score late winners and late equalisers for us, who kept us in the Premier League for a couple of seasons? Like, he did good enough. I definitely think that we do need a better striker. But right, okay, this is something interesting for everyone at home. I heard on the Seagulls travel on the way home on the coach, I was talking to someone, and they said that apparently Dennis Undav didn't play yesterday is because he was struggling settling in Brighton Hove Albion. Either the club, we don't know what it is, the club, or it's just him being in England, or it's just the city, or anything. I don't know what it is. I don't think he's settled. I've heard a lot of rumours that Undav is not settled at all. He's very up in the skies right now. This is the thing. I don't know if this is a rumor. I don't know how true this is, but if it is true, I am a little bit worried going into obviously the Premier League and the transfer window closing. Because if Dennis Undav is not settled, he will not be playing, and then we'll just be stuck with Danny Welbeck because Neil Maupay's gone. Now, it's very risky, in my opinion, to be just focusing on Danny Welbeck and relying on him as our number one striker, considering with his injury issues that he keeps having, and of course his age. And what if he comes out of form? We don't have anyone really to rely on, do we? If Dennis Undav is, what if he just flops? What if he says, "Look, I don't like it here. I want to go back to Union," or he wants to leave? Like, I've heard quite a few people that he hasn't settled. So there's obviously something there.
I think with that, obviously for any for any player with any club, it's obviously there's a lot of factors. You've got like new club, new culture, new language to settle into, and that's never easy for a player that's from another country, because obviously they don't really want to settle in this country. And obviously if they don't want to settle in this country, then obviously it's sometimes onto pastures new, and they don't really particularly like it, and then they want to go to another country. Then that's fair enough, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. I just caught my eye on this comment right here, talking about the Japanese fans. SA, hello from Japan. Mitoma is a member of the international team, and he will play in the World Cup. That is amazing. That is amazing to see. Look, we are all for Brighton players for playing in their international teams, because I think it's great experience for them, and it's a great what do you call it?
Experience.
It's a great experience with other big players in their international teams. Great experience basically. But yeah, wow, SA, I really appreciate that message. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And thanks for telling us that he is in the international team as well. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? Let's. I mean, to be fair, when I looked just quickly, when I watched all of the pre-season games with Dennis Undav, and when he came on, he did seem to be quite lost. And I must admit, I didn't feel overly comfortable, and I didn't think overly that he was settled. Like, no. I don't know. Maybe it's just me not being used to him in a Brighton shirt. I don't know what it was, but he only scored one goal in pre-season. Yeah. Maupay scored two, and he's meant to be the one that's leaving and slowing down, and Dennis Undav is meant to be the one overtaking. So it wasn't the best pre-season for Undav anyway, I thought. So it wouldn't surprise me if he hasn't settled like he wants to. or like he thought he would. But anyways, we are nearly 20 minutes in. We want to try and get some people in.
Yeah.
And I know it's a Sunday and it is, midday and people are probably out and about with this hot weather. But just going on to them, obviously the man of the match. Let's talk about my man of the match and your man of the match, Harry, or even if you agree. The man of the match was Moises Caicedo in that game yesterday. Do you agree or do you disagree, and why?
Oh, I 100% agree. I think he was absolutely vital for us yesterday, and he put in a few exceptional tackles. I think there was one on your vlog actually where he put that tackle in on, I think it was Joe Linton or someone like that, and then he retrieved the ball. It was absolutely brilliant, and and he's proving in these games right now why he's the replacement Basuma, and he has got that role, as I said in the last LiNX full time that we did. I think he's got that role nailed down, and I think he's going to keep that role, because he's such a key asset to the team. And obviously with him and Gross, I think Gross brings a lot of experience to Moises Caicedo, and he's almost like a bit like you could even just go as far as to say he's a bit of a father figure to Moises Caicedo, because Moises Caicedo is still young, and also he's obviously inexperienced Premier League sort of, but he's getting a lot more experience now, obviously, and he's growing a very, very mature head on his shoulders.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was really impressed with Moises Caicedo. He kept going in, crunching in tackles, left, right, and centre. And I was like, Jesus, Matt, like he's going to get himself injured in a minute. He kept throwing his body at players. And at times I was like, oh my God, you're really you're really going in for these players. I really don't hope you catch them or you don't get the ball and then it ends up a red card or a yellow card or something. Like I was hoping he wasn't going to get booked, because the amount of times he was literally throwing himself at players, it was amazing, because he got literally every tackle on point and cleanly tackled every single player he tackled in that game. So I completely agree. I thought he was really, really clinical when it came to defense that game. But yeah, anyway, let's go on to just seeing what the comments is saying before we get some people on. PLFD actually, what I'm going to do or even Josh, is I'm going to put the link to this stream on the group chat, so then people can join. Josh, if you're still in here, could you put this link in the stream so I can pin it? That would be absolutely amazing. Let me try and get it here. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Let me put it in. But POFD says, stick me up for Brighton striker. Oh, Lord. Honestly, yeah, it's getting to that point. If Welbeck gets injured and Undav isn't up for playing because he's not settled yet, then we could be in trouble. Could be in trouble.
Could be definitely in trouble, I think. And also Welbeck obviously brings a lot of key assets to the team. And obviously, as you know, in his past career, he has been very, very injury prone. So we can't really rely on someone that's quite aging quite rapidly. And obviously, we need to bring in some youth and some fresh legs. Obviously, if Danny Welbeck does get injured.
Let's see here. I think we need to start him in the Prem League. I don't know what that was. From what player that was. We have Riop. I think it's Riop. Who says Seagulls. Big up Riop there. Wait, Hun? And Welbeck up front should go well. Who's Hoon? Who's
Hoon? Never heard of Hoon.
I don't know. I'm not sure who that is, Josh, mate. I'm not sure who that is. Let's see what else here. Yeah, but Malpe's goals were so easy. Easy, Bruno. Do you think?
Well, I don't know if I call an overhead kick at West Ham easy in the 86th minute.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Or the Watford shot that he did as well. That last goal that he scored. That was fair enough, though. Everyone's allowed their opinions, but our own player Brian Gill should go to Brighton. He's young. Ooh, Brian Gill. Yeah.
Brian Gill is at Villarreal right now, and he's on loan. He's on loan from Tottenham, I think, over there at the moment. He's a very, very good player, and that could be a good shout. But obviously Brian Hill's very young. He's a very, very, I think he's about 22 years old. You can correct me on that if I'm wrong. But he's a very, very young player, and he's obviously got a lot of maturing to do. But no, I think he's got a very, very bright future ahead of him, is Brian Hill. But, at the end of the day, we'll have to wait and see if anything comes of that. But I'm sure for now, he's probably quite happy at his club that he's at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I was typing fast. Oh, Undav, Josh said. Undav, okay.
Oh, Undav.
You think Undav should start? And I agree. And that's why in that game yesterday, I did think, like, why isn't Undav coming on? Like, we're not getting the goal in. So isn't this time for a super sub Undav to come on and smash it in? I don't know. And that's when I heard after the game where he wasn't settled and all that. But PLFD and Josh, I sent something on the group chat. The link to this stream. And now I don't know why I can't put it in myself. I never can. But it would be massively helpful if you could spam that link to this stream in the chat so people can join onto this stream and talk a little bit about Brighton. We'll talk about all the family-friendly stuff when we get the link in. But if Josh doesn't put it in, or for whatever reason, or he's left, Harry, would you be able to put it in possibly?
I can try and put it. Yes, I'll do it now.
Actually. I don't know why I can't do it. I don't know why I can never ever put the put the link in for some reason. But if you could do that, Harry, it'd be amazing.
Yes, I'll try and do that now. But no,
thank you.
No worries, mate. That's absolutely fine.
Right. So yeah, what else are you guys saying then? Let's just read what you guys are saying about yesterday's game. No, the preseason ones, says Bruno. Oh, I see. The preseason goals that Neil Maupay scored, you thought they were easy. They were, but in the end of the day, when you're getting goals in, it doesn't matter if it's easy or if it's hard. You're getting goals in, you're winning the game for the club. It is what, to be fair, I think a goal is a goal and a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you do it. If you win the game and you score the goals, then no one's going to complain, really. But Brighton would be very good loan for Gil, says Max Gamer there. Yeah, I haven't really seen too much about this Gil person, but or this Gil guy, but I don't really have much of an opinion on him because I've been very much looking into this new Ecuadorian left back. I have no idea how to really pronounce his name. I don't know if you know, Harry. Villarreal.
I thought I might know what he actually came up with. I think his name's something like Purvis Estupinan or something like that. I think that's how Estupinan, something like that. That's what I thought how you pronounced it. But no, he does look quite good. I think he's quite a young player, obviously, and I've seen a couple of things. I first saw it last night that he'd been linked with us on my phone. So, but no, he looks a really, really good player, and it does look like it's actually a now done on deal actually, because Fabrizio Romano reported on it this morning, and he said that Brighton were in talks. So, but then I've read other places that it's like a done deal. So it's a bit confusing actually where it's at. But I think we'll get him one way or another after all of it.
Yeah, we're just sort of relying on these Ecuadorian journalists telling us sort of that he is going, but we don't actually know for sure yet. So until we're sure, we'll talk about him. And I'll also look in depthly what he's like as well. But Matthew Bond, good to see you, mate. Good to see you in the chat. Another moderator. Good to see you. Let's see here. Ed Hooper said, good game. Unlucky to not score. Just need a bit more clinical with the finishing. Absolutely agreed. Yeah, I thought we definitely should have just hit that ball at the back of the net at times. Agreed. Let me know when you've put that in there, Harry, and I'll pin it.
Just tried to put it on and didn't let me put it on the chat. So I'll try and put it in. I'll try and put it in again.
It's so weird. I don't know why it's so funny with links on this. It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe YouTube.
I linked it. Honestly. Yeah, that's the thing, PRFD. It hasn't popped up saying you have. Like I'm on the chat right now. I'm looking at all of it.
Okay, it should be in the chat now, but I don't. But people have to type it in their search engines because it doesn't actually come up as a link on the chat. So
that's okay. About that, that's okay.
No. Yeah. But that's one way of doing it.
Let's see. Let's read some of the other ones. Luke, I linked it. A stupid nan. What? How it's announced? What? Oh, S stupid nan is how you pronounce it. Apparently, what that new left back from Ecuador that we're thinking about getting linked in. Yeah, by the way, Harry, that hasn't been linked in.
No, that's weird, isn't it?
Let me try and do this. Copy that.
Yeah.
Copy that.
Worked the last 2 times. It's a bit weird.
It's very strange, people. It's very strange. We're trying to get people in, but it just doesn't allow us to put the link in sometimes. It's a bit odd on how it does it. I don't know if that's worked. Let me see. Luke, My membership ran out. Oh no,
Oh dear,
it's not good.
Oh dear, not good.
Yeah, I've no idea, honestly. I don't
weird.
know if you want to talk about anything, Harry, while we're
Yeah.
doing this.
Well, I think maybe being drawn to Forest Green in the cup, that looks an all right draw. I think, yeah, obviously it's quite a small club, quite an eco-friendly club. I'm looking forward to seeing like maybe a bit more youth being run out in that game, which I think they probably will, because it's a cup draw, and I call the Mickey Mouse Cup, because I don't think it's not really my sort of cup, but you know,
Are you going to the Forest Green?
No, not going at the moment, as it stands. No. But I don't know. I might go, but I think it's like on a Tuesday night, isn't it? So or Wednesday night. So that's also one thing about that cup that throws me off with it. But you know, it's not a bad cup, and I think it's actually better once the Premier League teams come into it.
Definitely. Right. So I don't know why the links aren't working. What I might have to do is go away from now, because we are at 30 minutes on the stream as well. We will talk a little bit about the West Ham game. But yeah, I do apologize, guys. We did want to get people on today. But as the time is already 30 minutes in, and as we cannot get this link in, no one can seem to get this link in for some weird reason.
Yeah.
So it's very, very, very strange. So I'm going to have to look into it for next time, and definitely try and sort out a different way of how to get people on. But basically, guys, let's talk about this West Ham away game then, considering it is the next game on the list for Brighton Hove Albion. Harry, score predictions. Who's going to score? How do you think we're going to play? Do you think we'll play Undav that game, considering these rumours about him not settling in? What's happening?
I think this game, it's going to be a very, very close game, because I think we're very, very, very evenly matched with West Ham. But apparently, when we've actually gone up to the London Stadium, we've never lost there since we've actually come up to the Premier League. So that's quite an encouraging stat for us. So I think, in terms of the result, I think it will be quite a close game. And it seems to always end in a draw. So I'm going to go for a 1-1. I think this game. I think for us, I don't know who will score for us. I think I might go big, and I think I'll say Dennis Undav might score for us, and then I think I'm going to say Declan Rice for West Ham, and then but no, because he's a good player. But you know, at the end of the day, but I think history and the stats are actually more for us when we go up to the London Stadium. So should be quite a good game.
It's true, but I'm always worried when every time we play West Ham, I always worried, when's the day going to be when they beat us? When's the day when is the day going to be when they get, points out of us? Because we've always gotten points out of them. We've always won or drawn against West Ham. And also, to be fair, on our side, though, we are brilliant away. I would say we're better away than we are home, which is so weird. But at the same time, I kind of see it, because, again, to be honest with you, at times I think the away games are louder than the home games. That is what I feel sometimes. I'm in the East Stand. I don't know, but I definitely feel like we bring a lot more noise in the away days, which shouldn't really be, considering we're in a stadium with 30,000 people.
Well, I've heard about the away fans at the Amex, actually, that apparently where they are, actually, they generate more noise. So I don't know if you watched the Brighton fans forum with Paul Barber and Tony Bloom and Graham Potter, but I think there was like I think Tony Bloom did say, or it was Tony Bloom or Paul Barber, one of them, and I think they said that they're thinking of moving the away fans in the Amex so they don't generate as much noise. So we generate a lot more of the noise. Obviously.
I did hear about that, actually. Yeah. No, I did. That's kind of it could be a thing in the future to get, especially just quickly on that. Heard them talking about putting more toiletries outside, and putting like more seating area with TVs outside the Amex Stadium. I heard them talking about doing that. That's like the next step for the Amex Stadium, which would be really good, because I do think we're lacking things outside of the ground more, because I feel like, when we're drinking so much water and everything on these hot days, when you want the loo, you have to physically go into the stadium to go to the loo and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think we should have more things going on outside. I don't know if anyone who went to that game yesterday and seen that new little caravan with the music going on. That's a new thing, which I thought was really, really, really cool. But anyway, going on to the West Ham away, my score predictions. My score predictions. Now, I haven't thought about it massively, but if I was to give you one right now, it might change when it comes. I don't know. It might change. But for what I'm going to go with now, I am going to go with I'm going to go with another draw. I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to say Danny Welbeck for the goal because I think he has been waiting for that goal in the last couple of games. I thought he played well yesterday, but I definitely thought he played really, really well and deserved the goal in the Manchester United game. So I'm going to go with the Danny Welbeck goal because I think he has been playing amazingly.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to go with a... I don't want to go boring and say Mikel Antonio or Jared Bowen. I'm going to go with 4 nows. I'm going to go 4 nows for the goal for West Ham. But Ed Hooper says 1-0 to Brighton. Mitoma should start over Trossard. Ooh, and use those quick feet of his. Yeah, interesting. Let's see what a few other people are saying about the score with that one. 4-3 Brighton. Come on, says Ethan. Well. Luke, I'll send you a link in 2 minutes. All good. Brighton should have beat Newcastle. Yes, agreed, Ethan. Agreed, definitely. 100% they should have. Did it work now? It hasn't worked now. It's so weird. No, I don't know why.
I mean, how have we done it in the last 2 weeks? Because I think we did it. I don't know. It was a bit weird.
Well, I just got the moderators to put it in, and it worked. So it was a bit weird. It didn't work with me putting it in, but it worked with the moderators putting it in. But I'm not quite sure. But yes, anyway, guys, just to we're gonna wrap up now as I am streaming later for this big old match, Chelsea versus, hold on, let me just get this comment out the way. Chelsea versus Tottenham. Now we have Basuma and Cucurella going against each other in this matchup tonight. Hopefully they both play. This could be really interesting as Brighton fans to watch, considering we have Cucurella in Chelsea now and Basuma in Tottenham. This is going to be a big game anyway, guys. I hope you're going to tune in for it. It's going to be a 4:15 p.m. UK time start with us. It is a 4:30 kickoff. It's going to be an incredible game. I hope you guys are up for coming on and enjoying this match with me live later on today. It's going to be a really, really, really good match. Obviously, Chelsea and Tottenham is always a very interesting game. There's always fighting normally going on. There's all sorts going on with Chelsea and Tottenham. So it's going to be a very, very, very interesting game. But any last closing thoughts, Harry? Do you have anything? Thoughts, or?
Yeah, I think for that game tonight, I think it's going to be very, very interesting to see Basuma and Cucurella if they both face off against each other. And it's always very, very feisty when they face each other. Based on previous encounters, obviously, because there's been some right classics down the years, especially at Stamford Bridge. I think it's at Stamford Bridge, this one. So it should be quite a good game.
It is at the Bridge, yep.
It is at the Bridge, yeah. So it should be quite a good game. And obviously, I think my score prediction for that game will probably... I think I'm actually going to say a Tottenham win. I think Tottenham are going to win 2-1 that game. I think Harry Kane, Kulusevski will score for Tottenham, and then I think... for some reason, I think, Timo Werner's not there anymore. Lukaku's not there. So I'm going to go Mason Mount for Chelsea. I think, obviously, he's a good player, so we'll have to wait and see. But, should be a very, very good game. And as for Brighton, I think good luck for the West Ham game at the weekend. I think it's going to be quite a close game.
Absolutely.
And because all previous encounters that we've had with West Ham have been very, very, very feisty ones and classic ones. What you were saying about Danny Welbeck is definitely a possibility, because obviously Danny Welbeck's last goal for Brighton was the last home game of last season against West Ham, so he could continue that into this game. So the first goal that he could get this season be against West Ham. I think he does love scoring against West Ham, but I remember back in the day, Glenn Murray used to love scoring against West Ham. He used to always score against West Ham when we played them.
Yeah.
So
definitely. No.
Yeah, be a good game, and best of luck to the squad.
Yeah, best of luck. If you guys are going, you'll see me there. Harry, are you going to the match or
West Ham? Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to that one. I might be trying to watch it. I think it might be on TV, but I don't know. Hopefully. I think it is. I think it's on Sky, but I'll have to wait.
But guys, if you want an interview on that away game, if you're going to the away game, you want an interview on my channel, on the vlog, then go down the description. My link to my Instagram is there. Give me a little DM either on Twitter, Instagram, saying you want to be on the interview for that match away at West Ham. Yeah, listen, really, really interesting. We'll be back here doing this right here, the LiNX full time for the 4th episode, talking about the West Ham versus Brighton very, 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 very soon, of course. But yes, guys, remember to join us later for the big Chelsea versus Tottenham game live on this channel, the big watch along. So anyway, guys, really, really, really do appreciate everyone coming out today. I'm sorry I couldn't get anyone on. Harry, I really, really, really appreciate you coming on again.
No worries.
As the co-host, like always. And listen, it's been your boy LiNX Football, and I will see you football fanatics. Yep, and Harry, of course, as well. And we'll see you LiNX full time for the 4th episode very, very, very soon. Big up the Albion, Come on, boys, let's get another win away.
Yeah,
Peace.
Let's go. See you later, guys.